Hey y'all, Rochelle here, your delightful crafter. I've been away for a bit. It wasn't planned, but it was necessary. We've been working around the house, and I've kind of been in a, what do you call it? Shutting kind of the world out. I don't know if that makes sense. Just kind of wanting to be a hermit. I don't know any other way to really explain it. I don't really want to go anywhere. I haven't even talked to my sisters in a while. So, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things, you know, you just kind of get there, and that's where I've been. So I am popping on today. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I hope that you've had a wonderful day or are currently having a wonderful day with friends, family, and celebrating, you know, the true meaning of Easter, the resurrection of our Savior. If you aren't spiritual or, have a faith, I wish you a happy day. And that's what we're going to go with that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you stick around a spell. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, ding that bell next door if you want to get notifications of my future videos. Thumbs up, likes are always appreciated. And any questions or comments, please leave them down below. So I'm sharing two, it's two orders from Tonic. And I actually have to reach out to them because I ordered, I know one of them during their Easter, kind of like their Easter sale week. They were supposed to include, I guess, goodies at certain price points, and it just dawned on me that mine did not come with that. So I'm gonna have to kind of reach out to them about that. But I'm gonna go with the first order. Was not part of that sale, I don't think. Let me look at the date on here. No, this was the beginning of March, so I don't think so. I'm not very prepared. Yeah, no, this one. So this first order I placed on March 8th, and I really wasn't going to order anything, but I'm a sucker for anything that is Celtic, or Scottish. I have an Irish background. My husband has a Scottish background. And so anytime any of the Celtic pieces come across on Tonic, I'm like, I'm there, with bells on. But the first thing I picked up, because I just thought this is something that can be adapted for all kinds of situations. You could turn this into, so this is called the Country Lockbox Die Set. And I thought these would be great party favors. You could turn it into something for a wedding, depending on the color scheme. I'd probably go with this pattern for a wedding. Or this one here, because it's got flowers embossed on it. Or leaves, like a vine. And, you could do it for a boy's, birthday party, here, because you got like the treasure trunk. Again, the color scheme, you just change it up. And the largest die is 8.3 by 3.6. So this should fit through your standard die cutting machines. And that's going to include your Gemini Junior, your Spellbinders Platinum 6, your regular Big Shot, if you have a Vagabond, I believe the original Vagabond. I don't know. I've never had one of those, so I don't know what their measurements are on that system. But I have a Big Shot, and then everything else I have are large platform. And when I say large platform, I'm referring to the Big Shot Plus, the Spellbinders Platinum. So there's a Platinum and a Platinum 6, and apparently there's even a newer one. And I don't know about that system. And I have the Big Shot Plus, the Big Shot Switch. I have a Fiskars Plus. That thing's a beast. It's ancient, but oh my gosh, it's a workhorse, so I will never get rid of that. I am actually considering the, what is it? Is it the new Platinum? The new Gemini. I've been considering the new Gemini 2. I have the original Gemini. I don't have the Junior because, again, I like the large platform for the bigger dies. Anywho, but this will fit through either the normal or the wide format machines. It has 37 dies. You have your base. This is the one that's like 8.3 inches long here. And 3.8 inches wide. So it's a nice little party favor. And yeah, so you have 4 different designs that you can use to decorate it, which is really nice because most of the time Tonic only usually includes 2. Sometimes it's only 1 choice, and then there's add-ons. But this is something, I don't want to say it's new, but with Tonic, I think they started about a year and a half ago. These systems now, in the past, they were like these big, giant packages, and you had to cut the top off to get the product out. But now, they come in nice, like, folders with the directions inside, which I think is fantastic. And their dies always come on these acetate sheets. Now, I don't like to store my dies on acetate. I store them on magnets. So I will actually take all of this, put it on a magnet, but I keep the acetate sheets. So you can use, it's recycling for 1. Acetate is expensive for 2. And yeah, I mean, you use these if you want to do shaker cards, if you want to, you know, like the box cards, and you have like elements like either birds or clouds or planes or bees, and they're flying. We use the acetate to kind of suspend them in the air, so it kind of hides what they're attached to. So I always keep these sheets, and because I like to recycle these little this foam tape that they're adhered on, you can actually recycle that too, because if you're careful, you can pull it off. And what I do is I'll keep an acetate, and I'll load all this foam tape to one of those acetate sheets, and I'll pull from that and use that up as well. Again, a little recycling, because we all know crafts are expensive. And I mean, if they're giving you supplies, use them. I mean, the acetate, the foam tape, and this is a really thin foam tape, and I love it because sometimes you just want that dimension, but you don't want it like obvious. Like you might already have different dimensions in a piece and you just want one more, but you don't want that really thick piece of foam, you know, dimensionals or foam squares, circles, hexagons, whoever the maker is. This is a thinner option. And so, like I said, save it. I'll sandwich it in between 2 pieces of acetate. That way dust isn't getting on it and you can reuse it. There, I've ran my mouth for, what, 6 minutes on this one die. So I got that. Then, in the same order, I picked this up. This is from their Loaded Pockets line, which I did not buy, but I did grab this piece because I'm loading ribbon from spools onto like these little bobbins and onto wooden clothespins, and I just really liked that. And what I do is I'll go to Walmart and I buy the reams. You can buy them in a ream. They sell, it's a lightweight cardstock. It's in the same aisle as like the copy paper and everything. And I'll probably cut 2 and layer them. And between the 2, it is strong enough to wind your ribbon. Anything that's on a spool that takes up just a lot of space. And what I like about bobbins is if you put them in a drawer, you lay them on their side in a row, and you can see what your ribbon is, and it takes up less space, and you can put so much more ribbon in a drawer or whatever the container is you're using. So I snagged that, and it was on sale, I think. It says sale. I paid $8.99 because I get the 10% subscription discount because I subscribe to their monthly kits. So anyway, there's that. Then I grabbed this because they're so cute. It's called the Tray Chic Clutch Bag Die Set. Y'all know I'm a sucker for purse dies. I'm a sucker for purses, period. I've got a lot of purses. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, I just thought this was absolutely adorable. Now, I'm thinking, yeah. So they're just showing, this isn't a size. This is just a shrunk down version of this one that's in the back. So you get 3 patterns for this one, I believe. No. You get 2 patterns. You get a, kind of looks like a daisy, and then I call this a double wedding ring because I'm a quilter. This one right here, if you can see it, kind of reminds me of a double wedding ring. Someone might just call it a lattice, but or you can just take the basic outline die and just cut pattern paper without a detailed die cut. So right here is a die right here that you can just cut out pattern paper, and you don't even have to use these detailed dies to cut out and use on the bag. I guess it just depends on how much you like the person that you're making the gift for. You know what I mean? Or if you're making them for people at work and you really don't like somebody, but you don't want it to be that obvious, I guess the piece that you give them doesn't have as much work in it as some of the other people. That sounds pretty awful, doesn't it? But I mean, anyway, when I take something into work, I take it in for everybody, whether I'm a fan of a person or not. That sounds awful, but I mean, I'm just being honest. So, there are those. And then the reason for this purchase was Celtic dies. This one is called the Celtic Cross Patchwork die. I just think that's so beautiful. And I love paper piecing. So I would be paper piecing the full out of this sucker. And I would probably attempt, depending on the color scheme, I would probably make it a 9-patch quote-unquote quilt, and then I'd probably go get a shadow box from Hobby Lobby when they're on sale and mat it and frame it in that. I think it'd be really pretty, and you would just alternate the color combinations on the different patches. So that's what I would do with that. And then this one is called the Celtic Corners die set, and again, I'm just a sucker for anything that's a Celtic knot, Celtic anything. I have tattoos, and my biggest piece is on my back. It is a piece that I researched for quite a few years, and then I actually looked for like another year to find the artist. I wanted to do it because it's line work. It is a giant Celtic knot, and the symbolism between the particular piece is all the Celtic knotwork stands for fidelity. Because I got the tattoo after my divorce from my first marriage. If you don't know, I've been married twice. My current husband is my second hubby. But the piece that I got, all the knotwork stands for fidelity. I'm a very loyal person, and it's a beautiful piece. And then it's surrounded by ivy, and the ivy in the piece represents fertility, and to me that represents my children. And it's just a really pretty piece. And it was funny when I had my back surgery because my doc, the surgeon, he was really nice, and he made sure that this, when he stitched me back up, that the tattoo matched. So my scar is partially hidden in that tattoo. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But so, yeah. So anything Celtic, I'm all over it. Anything Scottish, I'm all over it. I love thistles, and Stampin' Up! Had just come out with that thistle set. I was so excited. I bought the stamp and the die set. It's absolutely beautiful. Anywho, we're done with that order. The second order, this one, oh darn it, had my address out there. The second order I placed on, when did I place it? There it is. I placed on March 30th. And it's not on here, but it was supposed to come with goodies. And it didn't. So I have to reach out to them on this one. But this is such an awesome set. This is such an awesome order. A lot of people know I'm a sucker for 3D anything. So that's one reason I adore Tonic so much, is they put out a lot of 3D dies. And I will have to take a picture or find a really old video. I got into 3D paperwork with my Cameo. I have the Cameo. I have the first edition Cameo. I still love the sucker. But I got hooked when I could make a Ferris wheel. And I was able to put a motor in it, and it moves. Anywho, Tonic put this out, and I loved that it came with a folder. And it's got the magnet in it. But you've got, they call it the Fantastic Ferris Wheel Die Set. And I believe it's only one pattern. And you just change it up by your color combinations. Your largest die is 8.5 by 10 by 3. So it is not going to fit through your machine. Your standard machine. You're going to have a wide format machine. Because it's this piece here. Basically the carriage. Well, these were called carriages as well. But I'm going to call this a carriage, or I don't know, the base. This bad boy is 10 inches long, but it is also... No, I read that wrong. My bad. Ignore everything I just said. The finished size of the machine is 10 inches tall by 8.5 inches wide by 3.1 inches deep, I guess. So your largest die, which is this piece, is 5.2 by 7.1. So yes, you can put this through your standard machines. My bad, my correction. I guess I should read better. But a lot of y'all know I am very big into making sure that you guys know the size of Tonic dies, because they are notorious for making dies that are too big for machines that some people have. And they get all excited, they get the die, and it won't fit, and they can't make it. And do you want to know how I know that? I know that because it was about 5 years ago. I think probably just over 5 years ago, before I started my channel. Tonic, I think it was Tonic, put out this really cute skeleton coffin. And y'all know I'm not a fan of Halloween, but this was cute. And so I ordered it, and it didn't fit in my big shot. That's how the Fiskars Fuse came into my life. At that time, you could still get that. That is a discontinued machine, and which is sad, but it's a huge machine. It is meant for, I mean, heavy duty die cutting, and it's a manual machine, but it's very, very heavy, and you cannot, if you can find one, you can't find new plates, cutting plates for it anymore. But I keep mine because you can run multiple layers of fabric. You can run leather through it. It can cut heavy material, and that's why I kept it. Yeah, I have the newer machines, but they're mechanical, and what happens if I don't have electricity? What if there's a power outage and I'm feeling crafty? So I keep my Fiskars Fuse, because if, heaven forbid, you know, the zombie apocalypse happens and the electricity goes away and I want to be crafty, I can dig out my Fiskars and I'm good to go. Or if you have one of the manual wide platforms. But anywho, here we are talking about zombies on a craft channel. But anywho, so I got that, and that, I love that. And I will try, like I said, I'll try to find an older picture. I actually have it up in my room, and it may have been seen in past videos, but I'll try and hunt down the picture, because it is a SVG cuts file. And if you're into the SVG cutting files, SVG cuts is hands down, I want to say, one of the best designers on the market. The couple has since split. They've both gotten remarried, started families, and the husband Leo, started his own company, and they're called Dreaming Tree. That's a great company too. But I gotta say, SVG Cuts still has that bar up high as far as SVG cutting files. That's all I gotta say. She's amazing. And so that's where that Ferris wheel came from. And if I remember, I will try and post a picture of it either on the community page or find the little short video I've got of it somewhere. I don't know where it's at. Anywho, so the Ferris wheel, and I do believe it is still on their website. With my discount, I paid $22.74 for it. So there is that. The next goodie that I picked up, this is called the Magical Music Box Die Set. And this one I would really love if they would put some add-ons on for it. Because here they basically have it like a, little, what is it, Tim McGraw? Tiny Dancer? Or is that Elton John? Anyway, Tiny Dancer. And there's a ballerina inside the wardrobe. Or music box. I guess if you want to get really crafty, you can go to like a hobby store like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, find a tiny little music box and hide it up underneath. You could do that, I guess. But you have, is it just one, two? I guess one pattern. This one also came with the envelope and magnetic die. Yes, this only comes with one pattern, so you only have one pattern choice, but it is kind of a neutral, so I really like that. The largest die is 5.6 by 5 inches, so this is going to fit your standard machines. And I just think this is wonderful. This is still on their website, I believe. This is on their website right now. This, with my discount, was $22.75 for that. The last item in this video, I think this is a new item. I have all the dies that they've put out in their memory book line. But I think this is new. Sorry. And this also came with the storage envelope and die. And this is called A Book of Shared Memories collection. Designed to create beautiful blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's telling you to use it with their spine die. So you would think so the way they have this put together, I don't know if you can see this, is it's kind of like Coptic binding kind of. It looks like the system that they're using here. But Tonic also has a memory book spine die set that you can get, which I have. I prefer those anyway. I think those type of spines last better than anything that is tied or with rings. But you have three different sizes here, which I think is fantastic. And there's even here on the top, they took a cover and they made kind of like a box cover to go over the top. There's some Celtic, looks like, no, they look like keys. Anywho, we have a book of shared, then we says memories, dreams, and lives. And you have two patterns as far as die cutting and decoration, as far as the books go, the pages go. So, and it comes with 54 dies. So you've got, I think, 1, 2, 3. So you've got 3, 6, 9 right here just in the pages. So you've got layering dies here as well. You've got keys, you've got embellishments, you've got like kind of the box cover right here. I will open this up so y'all can see it. So all three of these that I've shared today will fit in standard machines. I really do like this new system where it's an envelope. Look at the size of that. That thing's massive. Can you imagine? So here's one set right here. So 1, 2, 3. Here is your second set, 1, 2, 3. And your third set is right there. You've got this guy here that makes that box cover. And, you know, all the instructions are here on how to make it. It comes with, I can't tell if they're using ribbon or what they're doing, but it's kind of like a latch and key system. So you can keep it closed or keep the cover on the album. Oh yeah, right here. This one here will wrap around and ties into the album cover. So then you've got this one little here. This little tag says love. Yeah. Oh, look, we've got more. Hold up. Oh, and then right here, this die here will cut the holes in the spine, or you can use the spine system and not do the tying, but actually creating a nice, solid, sturdy spine for the pages to attach to. Anywho, so there's this. This side, again, we have the album cover, like that it slides into. You've got one pattern for the front, but then you have two options to decorate the sides. So you can change it up a little bit. This whole system here was, with my discount, $38.99. Ouch. We have dreams, memories, love. And then we have, we can emboss thoughts, dreams, forever memories, wishes, and hopes. So, you know, this might be a really adorable gift. You can make it as like a graduation gift. You can make it as a wedding gift. In my family, everybody in my family would really appreciate something like this. There are some people out there, and we've all met one or two, who do not appreciate handmade gifts, and they would think that this was something cheap and awful. We've all run into those. I've actually had a few of those people comment on my channel before, saying if they were given something made like this, they would just throw it in the garbage. But I'm fortunate to even include my children, my cousins, and all that. They appreciate something handmade. And so if this was made for a baby shower or wedding gift or graduation gift, it would be appreciated, and they would probably add to it. So that is my Tonic Studios haul that I'm sharing with y'all. I'm going to be honest, I don't know when I'm posting again. We just have a lot of stuff that's going on, and I've been really, really tired. We're getting ready to do blood work again to see what's going on. But I'll be honest, I come home from work. I get up at 4 a.m. every day for work, but I get home about 4. And by the time I get home, I'm just ready to shower, cook dinner, and then I crawl into bed. And I'm usually in bed and asleep between 6:30 and 7:30 every night. And I'm getting a full night's sleep, but I wake up just absolutely exhausted and tired. And we know in the past I've had some like iron issues. My blood levels haven't been right, and I think we're there again. So I'm not promising any video posts. Every time I do, I fall through, and then I stress, which makes the situation worse. So I do have stuff lined up for y'all. But I guess it'll get recorded. So I'm just letting y'all know. I do apologize. Some of y'all, have reached out to me to ask how I'm doing. And those of you know, I haven't been in the best places lately. On a bright note, so y'all know that last month, I drove to Houston. So I live in the San Antonio area. I drove to Houston, which is like a little over 3 hours away from where I live, and picked up, because I foster for the South Texas Persian Rescue, and we do get in rescues from the Middle East, and I had picked up 3 that came in from Saudi Arabia. One of them was a Scottish fold. I fell in love with her. I think I posted a picture on the community page. We're adopting her. Even the hubby loves her. So, I'll be making an official adoption post here in the coming weeks. And if you're not aware, she is a silver. She's a Scottish fold. She's so tiny. She is the sweetest. And like I said, even the hubby loves her. So she is actually staring at me at the door. I have started gating my room up. So we took the door off my craft room, so I don't have a door. So we have mounted child gates. Because sometimes it's easier for me to craft without them in here. And so she's sitting at the door. She doesn't really talk. She kind of squeaks. Karma is not a big fan of her, but she's definitely handling her a lot better than the Sammy when Sammy was here. Sammy was my last foster. If you're not aware, Sammy was an 11-month-old or 9-month-old? I think he was an 11-month-old Maine Coon, and he was huge. I think at 11 months old, he was 17 pounds, and he wasn't done. They grow till like 2.5 years. He was huge. He was sweet. But he's like a bull in a china shop. It was rough. In my house, I love antiques, and it was a bad situation. But we found him a really wonderful home. He's happy. He's the king of his abode. He has a Maine Coon sister now, and they rule their house. So, anywho, I hope everybody has a blessed rest of your Sunday, a blessed rest of your Easter Sunday, and I'll do it once. Fingers crossed, I am back sometime this week, but I have more projects that I'm working on in the house. A few people, I have a Facebook page, but it's a personal Facebook page. And so a few of you, I'm friended with on Facebook. I'm not going to put it out there because it's kind of like good friends and family. But there are projects that we're working on with the house, and I finished a project in our laundry room. I have another project for the laundry room. I'm refinishing some furniture for the guest room. I am building matching shelving. So the shelving I'm doing is, you call it, the pipe shelving. To me, it's kind of like an industrial rustic look, and I am repeating that type in my bathroom over the toilet, because there's no cabinetry there, but we have high ceilings, and so it's a good place for me to add it and like put our towels and stuff like that. But anywho, there's that. I'm weeding through the closet and purging clothes, because I love clothes, but I need to get rid of some, so I've been doing some of that. There's just a lot of stuff going on. But be on the lookout this week. Like I said, I'll be posting a picture of that Ferris wheel that I've made before, which is completely different from what I shared with you today. But I think it's still available on the website at SVG Cuts. So if it is, and I think about it, I'll add the link. It's not an affiliate link. Also, if you're new to my channel, these are my purchases. They're not affiliate. I'm not sponsored. And even if I was, everybody knows that I'll tell you if I like it or I don't. So y'all have a great day. I love y'all to pieces, and hopefully I'm back later this week. If not, I do apologize, and I'll see you the next time I post. With that, happy Easter and happy crafting. Love y'all. Bye-bye.